not fucking leaving!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It has certainly been quite some time since I've said those words, and let me tell ya, it feels so damn great to be back. Now, I would consider this more of a belated what to expect in 2025 video, but since this is my first time back from my summer break that I went on, I might as well, make this the perfect time to explain my situation and talk about where I've been, talk about the future, and, what to expect later on. Now, I know some of you guys are concerned, some of you don't give a fuck, you might be new to the channel, but you notice between the month of June and right now, there has been arguably one of my longest hiatuses that I've taken on this channel. And there are, a multitude of reasons for that. Number one, being an obvious one, is burnout. As busy as I might be, IRL, outside of content creation, inside of content creation, this is something that, typically affects us all. Something that we may or may not have control over. Burnout affects us all. Sometimes you just lose that sudden motivation to do even if you love doing it. And that's what happened to me. At least that's one of the reasons. I have absolutely no clue what the fuck happened. It's just all of a sudden you want to do something that you love doing, but then the motivation just disappears entirely. And it's not just with YouTube exclusively, I also have a paid hobby that I like doing. I've done a lot of shit involving recording videos and taking pictures, working with local sports teams, not in the fully professional level, but in the more amateur, semi-professional level. And it does pay well, I will admit to that. I had a lot of fun doing so over the weekend, getting to travel to different places. You make a lot of friends there. I'm having so much fun doing it, not just, going there and watching the games, but also providing them video footage of what's being done there. It's better than, having season tickets to something. You go to every single game, home or away, you get to discover new places, you get to watch literally every single game, and rather than just paying for the season tickets, you're there behind the scenes, and you are there working and recording. And not to mention, you get paid for it as well. So it's good money to do, on top of what you already do, which is YouTube and content creation. Paid or not, something is always better than nothing. But even then, once the season was over, I still experienced that same exact burnout. The motivation just completely disappears. So that is, one of the reasons why I've been gone. Number one, I've been busy doing other shit. Arguably my only de facto source of income. Hopefully someday I will be able to show you guys what I've been making and working on. So I've been busy with this one thing. Burnout has been affecting me on all my other shit that I've been doing. And, on top of that, I decided to, recharge the battery. Season's over. Unfortunately, my team didn't win the championship. So you know what? I'll just relax in the summer and take some time off and, take a little sip of a potion of regeneration, so to speak. Replenish your health, recharge the battery, take a nice long summer vacation. So, I took it slow. Although there is another problem that I did run into, and this is entirely my fault. I had videos that I had recorded prior to my initial spring break. I think there are about 4 or 5 videos that I had recorded between March and May. And most of these videos, despite the fact that they've been fully recorded, they're all set, ready to go, ready to be edited, those videos have not been edited. This is my fault. This is something that is completely inexcusable. I cannot really blame burnout for this. If anything, this is just merely pure fucking laziness. And you know what? I'm gonna hold myself accountable to this. I am very sorry. I don't know whether or not I'm going to, scrap these videos, but, one by one, starting next week, those videos slowly but surely, even though they've been recorded in April, May, June, well, not really June, but partially July, most of the videos that are already recorded but have yet to be edited, those should be coming out as early as next week, at least one by one. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever, I'm going to try to get to editing, make sure those videos come out. At least you'll have some content coming out. Which actually says something because this is one person literally doing everything. I do the recording, I do the editing, I do the uploading, I create the thumbnail, I do literally everything. One person is doing everything. So at some point, if this keeps happening, I might need to get an editor. So at least I can do my recording and then just, put off the editing towards someone else. So that way I don't have to do too many things, which I believe may have contributed to the burnout that I've experienced. On top of recording for sports teams, alongside doing my own content, that may have played a role as to, contributing to the laziness and contributing to why I've been super tired. I mean, there are some things IRL that you cannot control. I've been busy going to different places. So you know what? Honestly, I just feel glad that I was able to get this break that I well deserved. And now it's August. Summer's about to come to an end. No more fucking around. It's time to get right back into real work. As for the changes coming to the channel, this was something that I was planning on doing in my what to expect in 2025 video, which was never recorded because, a lot of shit was going on that month. The inauguration, the waves of attacks that happened to start the year. A lot of current events and a lot of stuff was happening on that month, so I never really had time to work on that what to expect in 2025 video. But there has been one major change on this channel that you may have noticed already last year, and of course a lot this year. Yes, the usual current event videos are still there. Those are not going anywhere. But you do notice that there are also other stuff being discussed on the channel. The first of which being the murder drones video, which I've worked on, something that I've been planning on doing for quite some time, was talk about these indie projects. If you follow me on X, you already know that I love talking about some of these shows. I've also uploaded videos about, iPhones, iPads, and technology. So that was a little bit of like a sneak peek, what to expect to see on this channel moving forward. And there is a big reason for that. For someone who talks mainly about internet culture and current events, stuff going on in the world, and reacting to viral videos, I'm also planning on branching out on talking about other different topics. And I think now might be the time that I should start doing so. So you're gonna start noticing more videos. Maybe you're gonna start seeing, an amazing digital circus video. Maybe you're gonna start seeing a Helliverse theory video. Maybe you'll see an episode review. Maybe you'll see, geography videos. Maybe you'll see more technology news videos. Things that are completely outside, the typical niche that you see on this channel, which is, again, viral videos, internet culture, and current events. So you're gonna start seeing a lot more of that content that is outside the current event niche, if you know what I mean. And there is a reason for that. So, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The reason why you've been seeing more of a diversity in content, especially last year with some of the sports videos and the murder drones video, recently, especially during my break, I kind of sort of told myself that this is exactly what I want to do in life. Making videos on YouTube, making videos for Rumble, making content in general. This is what I want to do in my life. And in order for me to do that, in order for me to be successful in this endeavor, to grow my minuscule subscriber count, I need to branch out. I need to do different things, talk about different things. Don't just stick to one topic. Diversify your content. That's exactly what I need to do, and be more consistent in it. Start uploading way more. Start talking about much different things. Don't just stick to current events. Stick to what you love talking about. Because in my case, I love talking about current events. I love talking about what's going on in the world. I love talking about science. I love talking about technology. I love talking about some of my favorite indie animation projects. I love talking about linguistics even, history, geography, whatever the fuck it might be. These are stuff that I love talking about, and I need to make more of those types of videos. Maybe talking about geography news, maybe talking about science news. I just need to find ways to be able to upload more consistently, as well as talking about other things that are not just, mainly one niche. I need to diversify my content. And that's exactly what I'm planning on doing, not just for this year, but for future years. So, I guess you can say, you guys, that I am betting everything on myself and I'm doubling down. And, it's never too late to do so. I'm 24 years old. Scarily enough, I turned 30 in 5.5 years. But, at least in my case, I'm still pretty young. But this is more of a thing that people of all ages should listen to. This is really important life advice. Because I know for sure a lot of you guys need to hear this. If there is something that you want, and I mean actually something in life that you really, really want passionately, do not let anything hold you back. And do not be afraid. It might be scary, I will admit. It might be a little bit rough at first, but you should never be afraid of it. You bet everything on yourself and you double down. And don't even think about quitting on it. Because nobody on this earth will believe in you more than yourself. And you know what? I'm only saying this because I feel like somebody needs to hear it. Some people have financial struggles. Some people are, clueless on what they want to do. I get it. So I just want to say this one thing before I end this video off because it's really just good advice. So that's primarily the reason why you're going to see a lot more content that is completely different from the niche on this channel. I'm ready to take the sacrifice. So consider this good news on the channel. And you know what? I'm really excited to see where this takes me. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button down below. And if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the little notification bell. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. Links are in the description down below. Share this video around with your friends, families, boyfriends, girlfriends, enemies, whomever. Definitely helps me out a lot, helps the video grow, and helps grow the channel if you were to share this video with whomever you know. Again, like I keep saying, there's going to be much more content coming in the future. Plus, additionally, the videos that are already recorded that have yet to be uploaded, those will be coming hopefully next week, one by one. I know these are old videos, but I gotta get something out. Again, exactly the reason why you guys should be subscribed, so that way you don't miss out on a video when it's uploaded. And make sure you turn on those notifications so that way you would be notified once that video is uploaded. So, anyways, guys, like, subscribe, ring notifications, and until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, talk soon, you're awesome.